I'm Michelle Rahal with Motorsports Unplugged and motorsportsunplugged.com. Nelson Piquet Jr. began his NASCAR career after leaving Formula One. He looked at other series and he decided NASCAR was the most competitive. Well, he's landed at Kevin Harvick Incorporated in the Camping World Truck Series, and we had a chance to catch up with him at Daytona. This is part one of our two-part interview with the F1 star turned NASCAR driver.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good thing. I think I'm one of the few drivers that have been in the two extremes, you know, in the European extreme of motorsports, and now in America, the extreme of motorsports here. And it has been good. I mean, met a lot of people, a lot of new teams, new way of racing, new country. I was not a person that came a lot to America in my youth, so I'm exploring a bit more of America right now. So having a good time. Living here now, I've been lived in two different places already in America. It's my second year, so definitely having fun and learning a lot. It's a big learning curve for me this past 2 years, this past year. So yeah, looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great adventure for me from now in the next few years. Well, from your first question, I think it's a very simple answer. I mean, if the driver's good, he gets adapted to anything, you know. If you're driving in ice, on dirt and asphalt, NASCAR, F1, you need to get used to anything, you know. There's always, especially in F1, there's always a variable going on, you know. If it's raining, if it's getting dry, cold, hot, you know, there's always different scenarios going on, and you need to adapt yourself to drive any kind of situation. Our plan basically is obviously I need to get comfortable in these kind of cars. It's going to take me a while still, maybe, not sure. I mean, obviously Daytona is not really a reference point because it's too much of a different track and weekend. But I mean, once we start going into the tough tracks like Phoenix, Darlington, Martinsville, you know, it's going to take me a while. I'm thinking, you know, I've never been there. It's probably going to take me a good few races, maybe years to get used to it. And you know, once I get comfortable, once I get a few wins under my belt, you know, hopefully win a truck championship, then start moving up to nationwide. And obviously, when I get to Cup, I want to get there fully prepared and ready. You know, I don't want to get there before I'm prepared. You know, I want to get there really with a chance of being part of the group and deserved to be there. You know, I don't want to force myself in somewhere that I don't think I deserve to be, let's say. Well, it's not only that, but also doing a full season, being able to develop a relationship with your crew chief, you know, being able to go back to the shop every week and say, look, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, we need to make this better and that better. For 25 races, that's going to be huge. You know, last year I did Daytona with one team, and then I got an invitation from another team to do another 5 races throughout the year. It wasn't even a back-to-back race. It was like we did Charlotte, Texas, then we did Michigan, so it was a bit spread out, and we didn't have the chance actually to build a relationship. You know, I wouldn't go back to the shop the next week or the following week. You know, it was just a ride and the weekend, just to have a feel how it was. That was about it. I think now it's a whole different story. You know, I mean, you know, I'm with a group of people. We're going to spend the whole year together, developing, working. So I mean, I would be very disappointed if we don't end the championship in the top 5.
Nelson had an engine let go in the Daytona race, but had qualified 4th. A team infraction caused him to have to start in the rear. Stay tuned for part 2 of our Piquet interview. For Motorsports Unplugged and motorsportsunplugged.com, I'm Michelle Rahal. Thanks for watching.